Fairness is admired in stories, but power is earned in reality. When you play fair in a ruthless world, you become predictable. Predictability invites manipulation. True strength begins when you understand that not everyone deserves your honesty or mercy. Ruthlessness does not mean cruelty without reason. It means refusing to handicap yourself for people who would not hesitate to defeat you. Power respects clarity, not innocence. The moment you stop seeking approval, you start gaining control over outcomes that once controlled you. Mercy is valuable, but uncontrolled mercy is weakness. If someone repeatedly crosses your boundaries, forgiveness teaches them how far they can go. Ruthlessness means enforcing consequences without emotional drama, calmly, firmly, decisively. When people realize your kindness has limits, their behavior changes. Power grows when your words align with action. You are not obligated to tolerate disrespect for the sake of appearing noble. Sometimes the strongest message is silent distance and irreversible decisions. Emotion clouds judgment. Strategy sharpens it. In conflict, the one who reacts emotionally loses leverage. Ruthlessness requires emotional discipline. Instead of responding instantly, observe patterns. Instead of defending yourself loudly, collect evidence quietly. Strategy turns setbacks into positioning. When opponents expect anger and receive silence, they lose balance. The battlefield is psychological before it is physical. Control your reactions and you control the pace of the game. Not everyone deserves transparency. Revealing your plans too early invites sabotage. Ruthless thinkers move in silence and let results speak. Information is currency. Spend it carefully. When people underestimate you, they expose themselves. Let them believe you are unaware while you calculate. Surprise is a weapon more powerful than open confrontation. Control the narrative by limiting what others know about your intentions. Reputation is armor. If people believe you are capable of decisive action, they hesitate before challenging you. Ruthlessness sometimes requires making one firm example so others understand boundaries. It is not about cruelty, it is about clarity. A single strategic stand can prevent future conflicts. When your standards are visible and enforced, respect replaces testing. Power often grows from one unforgettable decision. Trust selectively. Blind trust creates vulnerability. Ruthless strategy means verifying loyalty before granting influence. Observe how people behave under pressure. Stress reveals character. Give responsibility gradually, not impulsively. If betrayal occurs, respond swiftly and proportionately. Delayed response encourages repetition. Your circle determines your strength. Protect it like a fortress, not an open market. Detach from the need to be liked. Approval is temporary, authority is lasting. Ruthlessness requires prioritizing long-term dominance over short-term popularity. Some will misunderstand you when you enforce standards. Let them. Leadership is not a popularity contest. When decisions are guided by results rather than emotions, progress accelerates. Respect built on strength outlives affection built on convenience. Exploit timing. Acting too early exposes you. Acting too late weakens you. Ruthlessness includes patience. Wait until leverage is in your favor, then move decisively. A calculated strike achieves more than constant effort. Timing turns ordinary action into strategic advantage. Study the environment before stepping forward. Power often belongs to the one who understands when silence is preparation, not fear. Never reveal desperation. The moment others sense you need them more than they need you, balance shifts. Ruthless composure protects negotiation power. Even in difficulty, project stability. Strength attracts opportunity. Weakness invites exploitation. Manage perception carefully. Your external calm should never betray internal pressure. Control the image and you influence the outcome before discussions even begin. Adapt without apology. When circumstances change, rigid morality can trap you. Ruthlessness means adjusting tactics while protecting objectives. Survival favors flexibility. If a strategy fails, replace it without emotional attachment. Pride destroys more leaders than enemies do. The goal is not to appear consistent. The goal is to win strategically and sustain power over time.
Control fear before it controls you. Fear is a natural tool in power dynamics. When used wisely, it creates boundaries. When ignored, it breeds rebellion. Ruthlessness means understanding that respect often grows faster from strength than from kindness. You do not need to threaten constantly, but people must believe you are capable of decisive action. A leader who cannot intimidate when necessary eventually loses authority to those who can. Silence is often more powerful than argument. When accused, criticized, or provoked, immediate defense lowers your position. Ruthless strategy allows others to speak while you gather insight. People reveal motives when they believe you are passive. Let them underestimate your patience. A well-timed response carries more weight than emotional debate. The one who controls silence controls tension, and the one who controls tension controls the room. Reward loyalty publicly. Punish betrayal privately but effectively. Public humiliation creates unnecessary enemies, but private consequences create lasting lessons. Ruthlessness is not chaos, it is calculated discipline. When your circle knows loyalty is profitable and betrayal is costly, stability forms naturally. Consistency builds fear and respect simultaneously. Power strengthens when people understand that every action has a predictable reaction. Never fight every battle. Some conflicts are distractions designed to drain your focus. Ruthlessness requires choosing which wars deserve energy. Small minds provoke, strategic minds ignore. Every reaction consumes resources. Preserve your energy for battles that shift power, not ego. Winning everything is unnecessary. Controlling what matters is essential. Strategic neglect is sometimes stronger than direct confrontation. Appear generous when it benefits you. Strategic generosity creates dependency. When others feel supported by you, they hesitate to oppose you. Ruthlessness does not reject kindness, it uses it tactically. Provide value in ways that strengthen your position. When people rise because of you, they often remain loyal to you. Influence built through calculated generosity becomes a silent network of protection. Keep your true intentions layered. Reveal goals gradually. Transparency can be admirable, but excessive openness invites interference. Ruthless thinkers design multiple paths to success. If one route closes, another activates. Flexibility protects ambition. When others attempt to block you, they should discover they were only seeing part of the plan. Complexity shields power from simple attacks. Control perception before seeking control of reality. People react to what they believe, not always to what is true. Ruthlessness understands the psychology of image. Speak with certainty, move with confidence, and others assume capability. Doubt spreads quickly, but so does conviction. When you shape perception, you influence decisions before actions occur. Perception is the battlefield where many victories are decided. Detach from revenge unless it strengthens position. Emotional revenge weakens strategy. If retaliation does not increase power, it wastes energy. Ruthlessness favors advantage over satisfaction. Sometimes ignoring an insult preserves dominance. Other times, swift correction prevents escalation. The key is intention. Every move must serve long-term authority, not temporary ego relief. Learn to exit without explanation. Not every withdrawal requires justification. Ruthlessness includes knowing when presence no longer serves purpose. Walking away silently protects dignity and preserves mystery. Over-explaining reveals insecurity. When you remove access calmly, people feel the absence more than any speech could achieve. Strategic disappearance is often more powerful than dramatic confrontation. Protect your ambition from emotional attachments. Attachment clouds judgment and slows necessary decisions. Ruthless leadership demands prioritizing mission over sentiment. Care, but do not compromise vision for comfort. The world respects outcomes, not intentions. When ambition remains clear and uncompromised, obstacles become temporary rather than permanent. Power belongs to those who choose progress over emotional hesitation.
Power favors those who study human weakness without announcing it. Every person has a desire, a fear, or an insecurity that shapes their decisions. Ruthlessness means observing quietly until patterns become visible. When you understand what drives someone, influence becomes effortless. You do not need force when you understand leverage. Control is rarely about domination. It is about positioning yourself where others unknowingly depend on your approval or restraint. Scarcity increases value. Make your time, attention, and approval limited. When you are always available, you become ordinary. Ruthless positioning requires controlled accessibility. Let people earn access through respect and usefulness. The less predictable your availability, the more people calculate before approaching you. Value rises when supply decreases. Presence should feel strategic, not casual. Confidence must appear unshakable, even when internally you are calculating risk. Doubt, when visible, invites challenge. Ruthlessness demands emotional containment. Speak with certainty after careful thought. Move without unnecessary hesitation. Even if adjustments are required later, initial confidence establishes dominance. People follow perceived strength. Projecting stability creates an environment where others hesitate to question your direction. Divide opposition when unity threatens you. A united rival force is stronger than scattered critics. Ruthless strategy involves understanding alliances and quietly weakening them. Encourage competition among those who could unite against you. Subtle influence prevents direct conflict. When opponents distrust each other, their focus shifts inward instead of toward you. Fragmentation protects your position without open confrontation. Information should flow toward you more than away from you. Ask questions strategically. Listen more than you reveal. Ruthlessness understands that knowledge compounds advantage. The more you know about others' goals and fears, the more precisely you can act. Speak less about your ambitions and more about theirs. Information imbalance creates invisible superiority. Master controlled unpredictability. If every action of yours follows a visible pattern, you become easy to counter. Ruthlessness includes breaking patterns occasionally. Shift tone when necessary. Change pace without warning. When people cannot fully predict your response, they approach with caution. Uncertainty surrounding your behavior becomes psychological leverage. Separate morality from strategy when survival is at stake. Idealism without power is fragile. Ruthlessness requires accepting that the world does not reward innocence consistently. Protecting your interests may require uncomfortable decisions. The key is internal clarity. Know why you act. When purpose is firm, hesitation fades. Strategy must sometimes override sentiment to secure long-term strength. Reward competence over closeness. Loyalty matters, but ability sustains power. Ruthless leadership avoids favoritism that weakens structure. Promote those who deliver results, not those who flatter. When performance becomes the standard, excellence rises naturally. Emotional bias erodes authority. Results-based decisions strengthen systems and reduce dependency on fragile relationships. Avoid revealing your full strength too early. Hidden capability is strategic insurance. When people underestimate your reach, they make mistakes. Ruthlessness involves restraint. Show only what is necessary to maintain position. Let others miscalculate your limits. Surprise advantage often determines final outcomes. Finally, understand that ruthlessness without discipline becomes self-destruction. True mastery lies in control, not chaos. Strategic coldness must remain guided by long-term vision.
Every action should build position, not burn bridges unnecessarily. Power is sustained through calculation, not impulse. The ruthless mind wins not because it is cruel, but because it is prepared, patient, and precise.
Never reveal how much something means to you. The moment others detect emotional attachment, they gain leverage. Ruthlessness requires protecting your deepest ambitions behind a calm exterior. Desire should drive you privately, not expose you publicly. When opponents cannot measure your emotional investment, they cannot manipulate it. Controlled detachment confuses rivals and stabilizes your decisions. Control resources and you control behavior. Whether it is money, access, information, or opportunity, whoever manages supply influences loyalty. Ruthless strategy focuses on becoming indispensable. When people rely on you for advancement or protection, opposition decreases. Dependency is a stronger bond than persuasion. Power flows toward the one who controls distribution. Speak less, but make every word deliberate. Excessive explanation weakens authority. Ruthlessness values precision. When you speak only after thinking, your words carry weight. Silence builds tension. Tension builds influence. People assign meaning to restraint. The fewer promises you make, the fewer weaknesses you expose. Authority grows when communication is measured. Do not correct every misunderstanding about you. Sometimes a false assumption protects your strategy. If people underestimate your ambition or intelligence, let them. Ruthlessness understands the advantage of being misjudged. Correct only what threatens your position. Everything else can remain unclear. Mystery amplifies psychological dominance. Distance creates respect. Overfamiliarity invites casual treatment. Ruthless positioning includes controlled space. You can be approachable without being accessible. Maintain professional boundaries even with allies. When people feel slight distance, they maintain caution. Caution reinforces hierarchy. Emotional closeness should never erase structural strength. When conflict becomes unavoidable, end it decisively. Prolonged battles drain energy and invite interference. Ruthlessness prefers swift resolution over endless struggle. Half measures create lingering enemies. Clear outcomes create stability. If you must confront, do it with preparation and finality. Strength demonstrated once reduces the need for repetition. Never depend on one source of power. Diversify influence. Build multiple alliances, skills, and income streams. Ruthless minds prepare alternatives before necessity arises. When one support weakens, another compensates. Security lies in options. Dependency creates vulnerability. Diversification creates resilience. Test loyalty indirectly. Small challenges reveal large truths. Ruthlessness does not blindly assume commitment. Observe who supports you when benefit is unclear. Pressure exposes character more accurately than praise. Those who remain steady under strain deserve trust. Those who hesitate reveal their limits. Avoid emotional displays of victory. Celebrate privately. Public triumph can breed envy and silent resentment. Ruthless wisdom understands that visible dominance provokes challenge. Quiet success preserves stability. Let results speak while you remain composed. The more controlled your reaction, the more unsettled your rivals become. Above all, protect your long-term vision from short-term temptations. Immediate pleasure often compromises strategic growth. Ruthlessness demands sacrifice. Say no when necessary. Delay gratification when it strengthens position. Those who master patience eventually control outcomes. Power sustained over time always defeats power gained impulsively.
Power is protected by emotional control. When others provoke you, they are searching for weakness. Ruthlessness means remaining composed while they expose themselves. Calm reactions create psychological superiority. The one who maintains discipline under pressure silently dominates the situation without announcing strength. Never negotiate from desperation. Desperation lowers value instantly. Even when you need something, project independence. Ruthless strategy demands patience. If terms are unfavorable, walk away without fear. The ability to leave the table is often more powerful than winning the argument. Use setbacks as concealment. When you lose publicly, learn privately. Ruthlessness transforms failure into recalculation. Do not complain or explain. Silence confuses observers while you rebuild. Temporary defeat can hide long-term strategy if you refuse to react emotionally. Authority increases when consequences are consistent. If rules change based on mood, respect disappears. Ruthless leadership applies standards evenly. Predictable consequences create stability and fear simultaneously. When people understand limits clearly, disorder decreases and control strengthens naturally. Protect your reputation like a fortress. Image shapes opportunity. Ruthlessness means correcting threats to your name swiftly but strategically. Do not allow small damage to grow into permanent weakness. A strong reputation discourages attack before conflict even begins. Final line. Play the game wisely, because in a ruthless world, power belongs to the prepared mind.